Welcome everyone to a quick overview of Until the Last Plane. This is Carlo C Games. Carlo has been generously providing developer updates on my Discord, so I've been tracking this game for a while. Hard to describe how it is. It's basically an like an airfield management game. It does have a World War II theme, but it plays... I mean, we do follow kind of like the Tunis campaign, but it's... I guess we'll... Complete the previous campaign. I think it's going to be an early access. What do I want? I want the... There's no eagle. Okay, I guess it'll be the... Oh, plus accuracy minus maneuverability. Plus durability minus accuracy. Plus accuracy minus durability. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Well, accuracy is pretty good, but so is durability. I think I might just go with the base stats. Actually, I don't really care about maneuverability as much. That's funny. Accuracy is probably more important. So let me do this one. Let me do the Tiger, which is what I was going to do anyway. And I'll explain what all that is about later. So this is the first mission, the first campaign, the first everything that you can do in the campaign that is not the tutorial. So basically you manage aircraft, you launch them on missions, and then you recover them. And a lot of it is kind of just clicking through, and it's like it's got like clicker aspects to it, I have to say. It's a fun game to play, but it's not super intense. Anyway, the High Command has entrusted you with some mission. Our goal is just to win at least one mission per day, and we will lose the game if we lose all our pilots, obviously. We're given 2,000 to start. So here's our money, here's the different stores of things. We have spare parts, fuel, ammunition, morale, how many pilots or mechanics, sorry. Day, time, so thankfully time is ticking, so let's get a reconnaissance mission out. We're gonna launch our P-38, it looks like. And you can, choose how much fuel and how much information and all that you want to gather. I usually do 2 because I don't like the risk being too high. And this is our runway and also our taxiway to the hangar. It's the dual purpose. You can see planes moving right on top of each other, so it's not like that carrier game where you actually had to manage who's getting onto the runway or not. You're not an ATC, you're not an air traffic controller, but you just manage the general runnings and going-ons of a base. So reconnaissance is complete. We have new missions we can do. Looks like it's to fight the enemy. Well, it looks like we're going up against 109s or something like that. They suggest we use fighters. Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. We'll send 4 of our airplanes out on this. I feel like that's a good number. And while we're at it, by the way, I probably want to recruit... let's start recruiting P-40s. I have a little bit of money, we can do that. I also need to start stocking up, I think, on some fuel and ammunition. I'm just going to blow through our money. Yeah, we'll get some extra parts as well. So the main game loop, we're almost through the main game loop, by the way. You do all this, and then the next thing is you take on the actual fighter missions. These are little mini-games. And this is how the game is a little bit relaxing. It has these mini-games that we click on, and now we're in the combat mode. I have 3 moves, the enemy has 3 moves. I do find this combat, I mean, we'll see it, that it becomes a little bit repetitive. But you'll see that for yourself, that we'll be fighting in these battles a lot, and the AI may not always go up, and then it'll go left. And then I will do this dive attack, and they will go an S curve back into me, split S. So I pathed out. I played enough now that I've actually learned the AI algorithm. So yeah, as always, I tried to play the game before I show it to you. Oh, and here's our new pilot arriving in their P-40, the Warhawk. Yeah, we should do that. Now I'm on the other side. I need to evade. And I've actually found that the best thing to do is just move left or right, because these guys can do that dive, which moves them so far forward. Unfortunately, if we do a barrel roll, we can only do 2 of them. So I'm actually going to do a split S, and a split S. And it looks like I'm going to get hit. So that didn't work out that time. Which means I'm hit. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that pilot's down. He's now hearing a strange noise. So when it means by down is actually that he's... we'll do a dive attack. Split S. Okay, good. It just means that he's damaged, so we're going to have to spend mechanic time to repair him. This one as well. Split S. Okay, good. We've already eliminated, I think that's the third plane out of all the ones we wanted to eliminate. Have we done it? Yeah, we're at 3 out of 3. So this is the other mechanic that while we're trying to balance all this, we actually have to inspect this airplane, and we only have 3 pads. There's other things I'll have to show you in a little bit, but hey, we're actually getting busy. A lot of stuff is going on, so let's take this mission. Thankfully, everything pauses while you're in the mission minigame. So we'll just do this real fast. Oh, okay, he went the other way. I'll do this. Did we get him? No. Looks like he's going to get away. We'll give this guy, what does he need? He's out of ammo, so let's give him some ammo. We're going to give, oh, so it looks like those things are ticking out. Let's give you some ammo as well. Get them back on their way. You can see now we only have 8 mechanics available. They're, you know, heading to and from the little canvas place where they hang out. Now our mission's almost done, so at this point, we just need to run out the clock. And speaking of, there it is. The clock has run out. So mission was accomplished. We shot down 3 enemy airplanes. We didn't lose anybody. We got plus 20 to morale. Now our morale was already at 100, so it didn't matter. Now everyone else is going to be coming back. So it looks like it took 7 spare parts to fix that. There are situations where you actually will have to craft more part. You'll actually need to like replace an engine or a radiator, fuel tank, whatever. And that's also true for the P-40s. So we'll give you fuel, and then you can just go park yourself in the hangar. Now it's only 13:30, so we have time for another mission. We've already completed our mission, but every time you complete a mission, you get some skill points. So there is a nice little balance here that you can choose to take a mission, or you can choose to rest your pilots, because the other mechanic is our pilots are gaining fatigue and stress. As you can see on the little pop-up here, V. Butler here is a rookie, and on the right, his stats are for accuracy, resistance, and will. Now, accuracy is the size of the fire cone, the red, like, elliptical object, which you see as, you know, it's the area that the plane can actually hit when it's firing its gun. So right now, these guys are pretty low on that. Oh, never mind. Reed is not low on it at all. Now, resistance is just fatigue, how much they combat fatigue, and will is how much they combat stress. So, you know, obviously the higher the better for all these things, but if you want accuracy in particular, you might be looking for, well, I guess you don't have a choice of which pilot to get. We'll get another P-40. I might even wait for that P-40 to arrive before we begin doing, well, we can do the reconnaissance. So again, we'll send you out. We'll use 2 fuel for this to avoid, I've never lost my scout plane, but I've never done risk 3, or the farthest distance of reconnaissance, so I'm not sure. Anyway, we do have this, and I guess increase accuracy of all pilots by 10 seems fantastic, so we'll do that first. But you can look through the whole tree, or, I mean, if you get the game, I guess you can spend some time, or just pause. You know, technicians work 10% faster, durability up by 10 is really good as well. Anyway, so we have new missions we can do. Our new pilot has arrived, so let's wait on these new missions until our pilot gets in here so that we can actually use him, because right now he's not there. And one of them has danger. That means we'll actually have to spend some money to repair that airplane if we want to use it. So, let's do this. Kill 2 airplanes. Now, we're going to have to do this really quick, because we don't have much time left in the day, and it doesn't really care how much time is left. So hopefully we just get 2 quick missions. We might fail this mission, basically, is what it comes down to. But hopefully not, because I think the day ends at 19:30. Okay, we got 1 combat already, which is good. We got 1 down. We just need 1 more combat before the day's over, and we will actually succeed. We need 2 kills. Come on, give me 1 more. We got 5 airplanes up, which I think should increase our ability to generate missions. I'm going to do this. I'm getting him! I'm getting him! Yes! Just by the skin of my teeth. Oh man, that was very close. Now, we have an invasion mission, but, you know, maybe we can get away with not even doing that one. We're going to succeed the mission anyway. Okay, when they get down to 5 seconds, I will do them. So let's try this tactic again, just to get out of the way. So this guy made a bad mistake, and he's going to let us get away. Very good, so we will survive that one. Might not need to do this one. 1900, come on, keep ticking. Just run out, just basically evade. Yeah, I'll take this mission, though. I don't mind firing more bullets. Try the same tactic we did before. We're gonna miss. This guy's accuracy is a lot less. Butler, what is your... It's obviously less. Okay, we'll have to do this one, it turns out. So let me try to dodge, and then maybe barrel roll, and barrel roll. That worked. Okay, good. So that worked for us. Now, one of the interesting things I found about combat is, even there is a thing, for example, to get more maneuverability. It's maybe, I don't know which one it is, but you can actually get more maneuverability. But the weird thing is, if you get more maneuverability, it didn't work out well for him. You actually don't have an option. I would love to see an option to not use a movement. For there to be a fourth option where you don't choose any movement at all, because sometimes if you get more movement, you're actually penalized for it because you have to move, and even if you're in a good position and you don't want to move, it may make you move into the enemy. Like, we can take, for example, like, we'll look here. Let's say that he has a barrel roll and he used it, and let's say that he has a dive, which he'll probably use, and then let's say the only point he has left between these two, let's say for some reason, the only one he has left is a split S. Well, if I move up here, he may not want to use it. It's going to put me right behind him. But if he has no other choice, now in this case he would have been dead either way, but if my cone was very small, let's say the split S took him from a position where he wasn't going to be hit to where he is being hit. And that's a little goofy to me. Like, there should be some more options, I think. The minigame is not quite fleshed out. Now, I should mention, of course, that this game is not even in early access at the time of recording this. I'm recording the pre-early access version. And by the time... Okay, mission accomplished. Very good. By the time it gets to you, I mean, that'll be it entering early access. And then after that, we'll probably see a lot of progression of how combat works, or different mini-games. And I've actually been able to talk with Carlo, the developer, a little bit, and it's very interesting. I mean, so this is a nice game, but basically I don't have a whole lot to say about it. We can go on and maybe do one more day, but you've kind of seen the whole gameplay loop. And in fact, you've seen it twice. We did 2 full missions already. We don't have to craft any more parts. Doesn't look like we need a new workbench. Again, I've played this game a lot already, so I already kind of have an understanding of how to play pretty efficiently. Looks like our storage for everything here is good. We got another skill point, which I'm going to save because I really would like to choose this strong arm, which reduces our pilot vulnerability on bombing missions. If you're intercepted on a bombing mission, one thing I don't like is that you don't have a chance to evade. You're just immediately shot down. Now, again, being shot down does not mean instant death. It means that most of the time there's some, die roll against durability or something like that, I'm guessing. But a lot of the time your airplane will come back and then you'll just have to spend time repairing it, and of course some spare parts, or maybe even like a plane part. So sometimes in between the days you get these little pop-ups about, they're kind of like RPG pop-ups. Yeah, here we go. Road to Tunis must be cleared. Today's mission will all have armored vehicles. Okay, so that's bombing targets. Perfect. So we'll get a look at another mini-game besides being the attacker or being the person trying to flee. We'll see the bombing missions. Now, sometimes here there are RPG things where they give you choices like, ooh, the local villager came to the town and wants to know if you want to repair their well. Stuff like that. Oh. Okay, the head of the nearby village showed up at the camp. He said he's glad the allies have finally landed. He brings gifts, fruit grown by their farmers. I will say, it seems nice to accept the gifts, although last time they did make me sick, and they still make me sick. Okay, but that's fine. I'm still gonna play things the same way. A strange guy came. He's saying he's a merchant. He sells spare parts for 500 funds. I wonder where he found those. We will not accept those. I haven't seen that before, but my gut instinct is we don't need that. So, send out a new mission. Oh yeah, we don't even need to do reconnaissance today. Our P-38 pilot can just sleep, or whatever. And we'll be up against Stukas. Now, I do find it funny that the Stukas can shoot you down, because I can't imagine a P-40 being shot down by a Stuka. But, okay, let's try this one more time. We'll repair Nelson's. I want to get these P-40 pilots up and experienced, and I'll probably buy a few more. So we'll take 5 airplanes out. It's quite a number. And then in the meantime, I'd like to recruit some more. Maybe even 2 more. Okay. So mission's starting. We'll get those guys up and about. Waiting on one more point, which we won't be able to use, unfortunately. Would have been nice to use it before the bombing mission, but didn't work out for us. Didn't have enough points to spare. And here we go. Now this is not a bombing mission, this is just an attack mission. Are we? Oh, we're just killing foes, we're not doing bombardment. Okay, but the tricky thing is we're shooting down the Stukas that are attacking the tanks. I get it now. The Stukas have a rear gunner though, so we are actually going to have to... This is basically going to be tricky. We have to find a way to either go off to the side or be pretty far behind them when we end up... Yeah, that's fine. Let me try this. Perfect. So this is because Murphy has a very large accuracy number. We are able to shoot him down. Looks like we need one more. And then we can kind of rest on our laurels. Now with a mission that we're not even 50% done with yet, we can wait a little bit and we got another one you can see. Oh wow. Okay, so again, this is going to be the same kind of thing where we want to be close but not too close. Or you can do it if you go to the side. So I might try going to the side on this one. That worked out. Actually, we could have just stayed where we were. But if we had done a full dive, if we had moved forward completely, we might have been entering their cone of fire. So, anyways, this is the game. I don't know much more. I guess it would be nice if I was able to show you a bombing mission. Basically, there's two lines, vertical and horizontal, they just go up and down. And then you click when it's over the target. And it goes left and right, and you click when it's over the target. It's not too difficult. It's just, you know, takes a little bit of focus. How do I want to play this one? Yeah, I guess we'll just do normal attack. Let's push forward. Yeah, we should be able to get the wing here, so it's going to work in our favor. So he's done a good job. The developer's done a good job of like making sure the size of the aircraft lines up nicely, so you have the thinner fighters, so that their cone is smaller. I don't really need to take these because these are actually all just a risk that I die. I mean, I guess I could just do dive attacks to get myself out of the way. Yeah, this is fine because we don't need to shoot down anymore. I think we've already shot down 3. Oh no! Damn, enemy flag. Yeah, we got 3, and this is the funny one to me. I wouldn't normally take this. Let's get these guys. Oh, shouldn't do that one. Fine. Yeah, good. Take another one down. I think you still get more experience, or maybe it's more money for shooting down more, but now we're being chased by a Stuka. Here's the perfect situation, a P-40 being chased by a Stuka. You know what you would do? You would just go straight. There's no way this thing would be able to keep up with you. However, that not being an option, I guess my best bet is to do some scissors and just try to get out of the way. Wow, we barely got out of the way. That is a huge firing cone. Boy. So anyways, get them all repaired and whatevered. And yeah, then basically I guess at this point I'll just give my final thoughts on the game. It's early access. It's a simple game. We've seen pretty much the full gameplay loop. There is a small amount of progression. You can kind of go through the skill point tree. I've only ever played this first campaign, the Tunis one. I haven't moved beyond this. In fact, I wasn't able to. You saw at the very beginning of this. The next mission wasn't open for me. And again, this might be little kinks that the developer's working out, or maybe the next campaign isn't ready yet. Who knows? So, if you like what you see here, you can consider picking up the game. There should be a link to the Steam page in the video description below. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and stay safe out there, and take care.